Hi, welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Laura. Hi, hello, welcome. Today I am just going to do what's on my face and I'm going to talk about my failed no buy. If you want to hear me ramble and talk about like my experience with my no buy and then just some stuff that's been going on in my life, keep on watching. I just got a lot of stuff to say. I figured this was a little bit more interesting than just like me talking to the camera, because at least now you get to like watch something happen, you know? The first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to prime with my Becca Backlight priming filter, and then I'm going to zoom you guys in because we're going to start with eyeshadow first as per usual, so it has the time to like sink into the skin. So we're gonna just dive into this. I really don't know what to do makeup wise, so I'm just gonna start. I finished an eye primer recently, so now I'm gonna be using my P. Louise base. This is Rumor 2. Yeah. And then I actually like recluttered, I don't know, this brush. This is like a big shader brush because I don't really like to apply my eye primers with my finger, especially like the P. Louise one. It does work a little bit better if you pat it, I think. Okay, and now I'm just going to pat it out with my like damp beauty sponge. So I want to start off with just saying, like, I really intended to have 2020 be the year of a no buy. That was like one of my first videos that I posted, was like how gung-ho I was, and honestly I didn't think it was going to be that challenging. I was like, cool, I just don't have to spend money, like, and it's very, very hard to not spend money on beauty and makeup and skincare and stuff. It's very hard. 2, a lot of stuff has happened this year, and that's kind of just that. So I'm not going to talk about everything that I'm going to put on. I'll have it like listed over here along with the brush and stuff, so we can just streamline this. So a lot of things have happened. So I think companies are trying to, let me just like start with like, I think companies know that like right now sucks for everyone, so they're instilling a lot of sales, and sales make people want to buy, me included. Now I haven't hauled like anything that I bought this month, but I bought quite a bit of things. So this month has been especially rough for me. My grandpa, who has been battling cancer, finally lost the battle, and he's gone, and that happened at the beginning of the month. And I kind of just, without like the normalcy of like the world, I feel like I kind of just wasn't grieving like my normal way, which is like, my grieving process is I get hit really quick, really upfront with all of like the emotions and everything, and then it kind of just fizzles out. Like I feel better after like my one initial like rush of everything, and I usually feel like a little bit better. I don't know, it's just like the way that I grieve is just like boom, it happens all at once, and then like after a couple days I'm like, okay, like I can, like, I appreciate them in my life. I appreciate that it's a sad time, but I can't let it just like weigh me down completely. And with the way that the world is, I'm not around my family. I'm not around people that are also struggling with this loss that I'm experiencing, and I got into a really bad funk. There's no other way to say it. Like I was just really depressed, like really sad, like, and it's taken me a long time to be able to like even talk without like tearing up and being sad about it. I thought I was past it like a week ago, and my friend was so kind and sent me like this really thoughtful gift. It was just like a candle, and it said like burning in memory of Grandpa, and it's like making me feel a little worked up again. It was just really thoughtful, and it's like this kind of stuff, like the fact that we haven't had a memorial, we can't be around family to like help each other grieve through this hard time. We're all kind of just like on our own little island, trying to like go through the motions of like the grieving process. So it's hard, and I definitely shopped to fill a void, and I bought a lot of stuff this month to try to help me cope and feel better with like such a great loss. Not saying that like shopping and spending money is going to replace my grandpa, because it clearly isn't. But at that time and in that moment, it did help me feel at least a little bit like I wasn't struggling as much. So on Sunday you'll see like everything that I've bought, but it's really led me into the belief, and I've had conversations with Haley here on YouTube, and then my other friend Kaylee Dixie over on Instagram about like a no-buy, the mindset behind it, and really just how it's not that realistic for us, really. So what I'm trying to say is I am not going to do my low buy. I know that sucks, and it's very disappointing for me that I'm quitting 6 months in, but let's be real, I've been buying stuff since like February. I bought a bunch of stuff. This month has been like a whirlwind, a roller coaster of like, let me just spend money, and that's okay. That's okay. So things that I've bought either fill a cavity in my collection, or are things that I've been pining after for years. It's just crazy. Now, I will say one of the goals that I had with the no buy was to just save money, which I have, which I'm very thankful that I've been able to continue to save money and not just like go crazy and spend a bunch of money and like be wild and reckless with stuff. But I don't think a no buy is necessarily for me. Now, that's not gonna lean itself to say that I'm gonna just like spend all of the money, buy all of the new releases, and just go like nuts. Here's another thing. So when I would spend money on anything, it led, like after proclaiming like no buy for this year, anytime I spent money or thought about spending money, it actually made me feel so anxious about like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to do this, like or like made me just feel like I was a failure. And that's not the reason why I want to do a no buy or like anything like that. So I guess I just want to be more conscious about what I'm bringing into my collection. I don't want to just go nuts and feel the need to like bring gobs of things into my collection, but I don't want to feel like anxiety. If something catches my eye and I want to buy it, I'm gonna make a responsible decision if it fits in my budget, if it's going to fill like some sort of gap in my collection. Like I'm just gonna straight up say, like, I bought the Natasha Denona Safari palette. I don't know if I've already said that, so if it's redundant, sorry. But now, do I necessarily need it because I have that palette that Haley sent me? No, but it's something that I've wanted for literal years, and I was never going to get it on that good of a sale. It was half off, and I can stomach a palette for less than $65 at that quality, I guess. Natasha Denona, I feel like, is overpriced in the first place, but the shadows are super flippin' deep, so I know it's going to take me forever to go through it. And I mean, it's going to add like such, once I completely use up the Subculture palette, which I'm planning on doing eventually, that's going to leave like a pretty large void in my collection of all of those like grungy matte tones. So the Natasha Denona Safari palette will like fill that gap, right? So I don't know. It's just things are crazy. There's been a lot of turmoil in my life. I've also, I mean, I was not like laid off. Well, I wasn't like let go and fired, but I haven't been working in, I think, over 2 months now, and they extended it again. So it's going to be like 3 months by the end of June. And I've been able to focus on like my YouTube and everything. And, you know, buying a couple new things really does excite my creativity and my excitement to play around with makeup and just be creative again. Like, whereas I feel like I was in a rut of just like not wanting to do anything, like, not saying that like I got the palette before, like I filmed this, but I know I think it was Sunday, in my Pandas eyeshadows video, I was just so bummed out about like the shades that I picked. And I feel like with some more versatility in my collection, in some of these projects that I'm doing, I'm going to just feel a lot better and feel more excited to reach for things that I just kind of have been like meh about lately. So I don't know. I'm excited about everything that I've bought and brought into my collection. I'm excited to get more use out of things that I already have. And I'm ready to feel like this is almost like a reset button of like how I want the rest of the year to go, which is good. So I'm not planning on a low buy. I'm not planning on a no buy. I'm just going to do whatever makes me happy, and hopefully you guys are okay with that. I want to do more like look-based videos on this channel. I want to do more palette bingos and just like play around with my makeup more, because honestly, like at the end of the day, that's what brings me joy. And this YouTube has been, I don't know if it's been an escape for you guys, but it's been a real big escape for me. Like, it's just been so much fun. So I hope that no one is disappointed with the lack of a no buy. I hope no one like holds it too seriously. I mean, my goals for this year still haven't changed. Like, I want to buy a house. I'm pretty debt free. I have like maybe $200 of debt to my name. And that's like from couches that we bought when we moved into this apartment. So really, I feel like I've been doing really well, like getting all of my finances in order, and I don't know. This is basically the eyes so far done. Just something super like neutral, like nothing crazy. Using some Pandas eyeshadows. I am going to go in with I had to decant my Estee Lauder into like this thing. So I'm going to just pick it up on that brush that I used for the P. Louise base. This foundation is a little too light for me right now. I put way too much of this on. So I am going to mix it with my CoverGirl Healthy Vitalist. I know this is discontinued, so don't come at me that you can't get this. I didn't discontinue it. I fake tanned for like the first time in a long time. This is so much foundation. You ever watch like YouTube videos and you're like watching them and they're like, I'm just gonna put a tiny amount of foundation, and then they put this amount and you're like, what? That's how I feel right now. Like, I did not mean to put this much on, but here we are. This is fine. I don't know. There's really been nothing else going on. I started to, like, if you follow my Instagram, you know that I've been working out. I have taken, so far, about a week break of working out. I work out every, 5 days a week for the past 3 weeks, and, this week, I think I've just been in a funk this week. I bought a couple things during Ulta's Memorial Day sale. Really nothing crazy. I bought, a concealer, one lip gloss, and some stuff for Josh. So it was kind of a boring haul, but I will, I don't know if you guys like to see like straight up haul videos or if you'd rather just wait for my trash it and cash it for me to talk about all of my haul stuff. But I guess I could do like, I bought something else. Oh, I bought some stuff off Target. I had a gift card for Target at least. Like, so I spent $10 at Target. So I bought some zit stickers because I've been breaking out like a crazy person. I think I've been just extra stressed lately. So I bought some like zit stickers. I bought some like Versed skincare. It's like, I don't know, it's like a serum, kind of like how The Ordinary has it in those like dropper bottles. It's like a dropper bottle, but it's like way nicer looking than The Ordinary stuff. Switching to a brush because I probably should have let this not sit on the skin as long as it did. But I'm very proud of myself. I know I talked about this. I had pink on this, didn't I? Crap. I talked about this in my 20 favorites video, but Ulta had this highlight half off, and ooh, I wanted to buy it. I did not. I'm very proud of myself. I didn't buy it, but I love this highlight so much. But I have some other liquid highlights I need to go through, so I like rationally talked some sense into myself and said, no, you don't need it. You have plenty. Use this and use some of like the Cover FX ones that you have before you go crazy and spend more money. I think my foundation's a little too light, so I'm going to set it with my bronzing mineral veil. I have to turn off my camera. I'm just going to do the powdering portion really quick, and I'll be right back. I put some lip balm on so that can like have time to do its magic. I should have grabbed another bronzer, but I don't have one, so I think we're just going to do like a blush heavy look. And then as I put my powder on, I realized I forgot to put my liquid concealer on. So I'm going to like truly have to rely on my Bisque by bareMinerals to cover up and like conceal Henry down here, my little pimpy. So, and then I just feel like I had a little bit of like discoloration that didn't really get covered up down there by my foundation. So I really like have no idea what to talk about now, since I've talked about pretty much everything I really wanted to, and now I'm just like blanking hard. Like I feel like I had talking points when I was like preparing like mentally to film this, and like as soon as the camera turned on, I'm like I have no idea. So I guess my question for you guys is, have you like how have you been doing with all of the goals that you set this year? I know we've been kind of put through a whirlwind of a time with everything happening in like the current global climate and everything, but are there any accomplishments that you're proud of that like you wouldn't have done without like all of this craziness that we have going on? I definitely feel like there's stuff that I wish I would have done or wish I'm doing, but I have like no aspiration to do it. Like plan my wedding. It's fine. It's just fine. So I'm just trying to use some crap that I have in project pans. Do you guys want to see like a full face of, or I guess like first impressions video on everything that I've hauled this month or like the past couple months? I know Haley wanted to see a first impression or review on the skincare that I brought into my collection, and I want to test that out a little bit more thoroughly before like doing any sort of review on that. But maybe next month I will have that tested out a little bit better to do like a review roundup on the skincare I either brought or am bringing into my life, aka the like serum thing from Versed that's in the mail. I have a cleansing oil that I bought because I'm almost done with my cleansing balm, and I needed a replacement when I was purchasing stuff for Mother's Day, and I was like, I'm just buying myself something. Yeah, let me know if you want to see anything like that. I'm happy to do that. Oh gosh, my nose looks like nuts, doesn't it? I wish I would remember like all of the things, and that's like another thing. I feel like I'm still like battling like a lot of mental fatigue from like the accident, and like I'm still like all of my doctor's appointments keep getting pushed back because of like obviously everything that's happening, which I'm not upset about at all. In fact, I'm like, just keep pushing them back as much as you want, because I don't want to go to hospitals right now to get x-rays done of stuff. So if you're new here, I was in a car accident. Both my clavicles were broken, and then like half dozen ribs on both sides were broken. So, you know, living my best life. I will say, oh gosh, I just screwed that up, didn't I? So I have been feeling better. My shoulders, collarbones, they're starting to feel better. I've been getting a lot of like nerve pain in my back though. I think I've never used to have it. So I'm pretty sure it's a result of the accident, which is great. Oh, maybe I should tell you like what I've been up to, like what things I've been enjoying. Recently, TV, etc. So I binge watched the entire series The Great on Hulu. I really liked it. It was really funny. It was raunchy, but it was really funny. And then my friend, I like told my friend that I watched that, and she then suggested Harlots, and I've been binge watching that. That's not my favorite. It's definitely more like serious drama rather than The Great is like a satire, so it's just really funny. And plus I like the actor that plays like the really crappy king in The Great. He's from like Skins, and like, so I like that actor, and he's in it. And then Elle or Ellie Fanning, I don't know, Dakota Fanning's sister's in it. So it was just funny. Definitely nudity in there, so if you are not into nudity, don't watch it. Josh couldn't get into it, but I enjoyed it. It was pretty good. Yeah, The Great has been funny. I watched season 2 of Shrill. I like binge watched that in like 2 days. I have nothing to do all day long. While Josh works. I just sit there and do like nothing. So I'm just like, please let me know any shows or anything that you guys like to watch. I will check it out. I will report back. I've just been so bored. It's hard to do nothing while he works. I mean, it's hard to do stuff when he's not working too. I'm like, because he has some different interests, like in, like, I like video games, but he has like video games that I'm not into that he likes to play. But we've been getting back into Borderlands, which is so much fun. We were playing World of Warcraft for a little while, but we've kind of like, we like go in waves on that. Like we are really into it, or like we stop getting into it and we'll like play something else, but then we always like go back to like the same games, I feel like. Oh, I bought some acrylic containers from Container Store. So I'm like, I bought them at the beginning of May, and I'm like, please just come so at least I can organize my makeup and give me something to do. Anything. I just want to do something. Like feel stimulated, like mentally stimulated again. It's been a while. I don't know. I think, okay, so I repressed these two yesterday. I'm gonna see on a brush if they pick up product a little easier, because I don't know, they were a little hard to, no, it's still not the easiest to work with. It's just so weird. Like that's like my one complaint. I love the Subculture palette. I know I have an old formula of it, or like the old batch, so it just kind of like, it immediately hard pans. It's just so bizarre. So you have to like really dig into it, which is why I want to finish electric. And I mean, eventually I want to finish this whole palette off, but I know I have electric in my roulette pan right now, but I have a dupe for this shade. I've been alluding that I have like a dupe for this for like months, but I've been waiting for an order to come in. I bought it from Glaminatrix Cosmetics, and they're from Australia, just so I could like thoroughly compare. And I bought those in April, I think, and they still have not come in. And I have like no idea when they're gonna arrive. I just feel like that was not incorporated enough into this eye look. Okay, I think I'm like wrapping up everything, which is great. What are you guys up to right now? Let me know. I'd love to hear it. Okay, so just like a couple things that I did. I threw on Colourpop Layover. Is that what this is? Threw on Colourpop Layover on the lips. I put on my mascara. I used an eyeshadow to just do like a smoky wing, and then I topped the center of the lid with Diamond Dust by Stila, but that is really it. I know that this wasn't really like a tutorial or anything, but hopefully like you saw what I was doing, you got some inspiration to like do like a soft summery smoky eye, if that is what I can call this, and talk about my no buy failure. Like so yeah, thank you very much for watching. Yeah, I will catch you in the next video. Bye.